Good morning. My name is Umberto Mucci. This is We the ItaliaNews, a daily podcast regarding Italy under the coronavirus times. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, the 23rd day of Italy in phase 2 of this lockdown. Yesterday's data are partial and based on a smaller number of swabs as every Monday, but they are very good. Only 300 new positives is the best since February 29. No new cases in 4 regions, Umbria, Calabria, Molise and Basilicata. In 14 regions, yesterday's new cases were less than 10. The percentage of positives compared to swabs is 0.85%, the lowest ever. Deaths stay below 100 and we hope that they will continue to downward trend in the coming days. Yesterday, no deaths for coronavirus in 9 regions: Valle d'Aosta, Friuli Venezia Giulia, Trentino Alto Adige, Umbria, Campania, Sardinia, Calabria, Molise and Basilicata. It seems that there is very good news coming from Brescia in Lombardy, where the president of Italian virologists yesterday said that a variant of COVID-19 virus extremely less powerful has been isolated. In his own words, this variant is kinder and less aggressive. While the virus strains that they have been accustomed to see in recent months are biological bombs capable of exterminating target cells in 2-3 days, this variant takes at least 6 days to start attacking them. The prediction of Dr. Caruso, the president of the Italian virologists, is that this more attenuated viral variant should become the future of the likely evolution of COVID-19. Let's hope Dr. Caruso is right. The Italian islands, Sicily and Sardinia, insist that from June 3, those who wish to travel should be allowed to take a saliva swab so that they can prove to be negative to coronavirus and come on holiday in the regions. But the experts of the Scientific and Technical Committee and the Ministry of Health consider this solution inapplicable. There can be no health passport or certificate of negativity because there is no uniformity between the different tests and none of them has 100% reliability. The 2 Mediterranean islands could be one step away from economic disaster. Their economies are almost entirely based on tourism. A similar situation will occur in all territories with a strong tourist vocation, such as Campania or Puglia. As I told you a few days ago, on June 17, the high school exam begins. This exam marks the end of the 5 years of high school for Italian students. The problems to organize it during the coronavirus are not few, and now there is another one. To date, 70% of the necessary exam committee chairs are missing. It is a role held ex officio by school directors and, but only on a voluntary basis, by teachers with 10 years of seniority. The most serious situation in the region most affected, Lombardy, sees Milan lacking 50% of committee chairmen. On the one hand, there are those who do not feel safe. On the other hand, there are those who are no longer there, in the region where they usually teach, because they come from the south, and in the meantime they have returned in the southern regions where they were born and raised, and have done their teaching jobs via computer in smart working. In addition, there is still no certainty that in some northern regions, such as Lombardy and Piedmont, it will be possible to go back to and from other regions before June 17. But also in the south, there are problems. Every year, the day before the high school exam arrives with some more commissions to fill, but the fear of contagion this year complicates everything. To take the exam, students and teachers will have to bring a self-certification where they will write that they have not been in contact with people positive to the virus in the last 14 days. But no one can be sure of that, given the high number of infected asymptomatic people. In the meantime, in the gigantic decree that decided to combat the economic crisis aggravated by the coronavirus by distributing 50 billion euros that Italy doesn't have, the government decided to allocate 3 billion to the umpteenth relaunch of Alitalia and only half of this amount to education. Now, I personally love Alitalia very much and I would love to have an efficient national airline of which we can be proud. But since 2008, the Italians have paid 10 billion euros to subsidize an Alitalia that is now bankrupt. With the same money, before the coronavirus, one could have bought all together Lufthansa, Air France, KLM, SAS, Finnair and Norwegian, all together. Each one profitable and not a bottomless pit before the coronavirus. There are many of us who think that it would be more necessary and useful to spend on the education of our children who do not yet know in which classrooms and with what security guarantees they will return to school in September, if they will go back to school. I think that the money spent for education is the best money spent. This is all for today. It's all for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and your families. This was We the ItaliaNews. Ciao from Rome. My name is Umberto Mucci.